summer, so I'm putting on some weight. Said I'm getting thick, so I put it on display.
With this round here, I make a joke, everybody laughs. I know I'm funny, but I'm not that funny.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another sale. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself, yeah.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't getting too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the check calling. Let me click over real quick to let my check talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw.
I'm coming.
Get it.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Off the play fake. Herbert. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career. That draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they called Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Davante Adams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Will Lutz on for the point after. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Curtis Samuel, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And that is how you retaliate after getting scored on one play, big pass downfield, and you hit the end zone.
Almost feels like two boxers just throwing haymakers at each other, doesn't it? One connects with a big one, the other comes right back. Okay, I'll show you. And they attacked right back on the first play of the drive and hit them big.
Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Allen. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And get the first down and more inside the 20. Give them 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your slap. Watch your shit. Watch your shit. Watch your shit.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
They go play action with Jackson. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Mach 56. 2 pump. 56.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrich Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. This will be from 56 yards out. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we owe.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looking to throw on second down. Herbert. It's caught here by Adams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Ready. Check my corner. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, Alpha. Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. You gonna get this boy?
On 3rd and 2. Herbert out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down.
Check Michael Allen. Check Michael Allen. Check.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to sling this deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 17-7 the score on EA Sports.
Let's go now. 8, read. Hey, Sue. You better be ready. Ready, go. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Herbert going to throw deep for the end zone. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 11th touchdown of the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Throwing deep here for Coleman. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a gain of 38. A big march forward on the 3rd down conversion. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. And an alley to run. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
Pretty nice play here. They go read option, read the defensive end, and when he collapsed down inside, how about the quarterback pulling it, keeping it, and not only getting to the second level, but picking up some really nice yardage.
Very, very well read. Play action. It's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
2nd and 10. Here's Jackson again. And he whips that one incomplete there. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On third down, Jackson. He finds Coleman. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, Charlie. Check Michael Allen, check Michael Allen. Cover down.
Off play action. Herbert looking long for Thomas. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they've managed to get it done.
From the gun on third down, Herbert. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Hey, defense, let's go. Switch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Jackson. It's caught by Coleman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. This quarterback now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Now a handoff looking right. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Here's Jackson looking here for Smith downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now it's Bird on the return. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll be sure to keep an eye on that one as we go along here. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Levante David racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing is Jackson. Taking a shot for Samuel. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
On 1st down, Herbert looking deep for Adams. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Herbert. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And some room to run now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This quarterback now just 8 of 16 thus far, 50%, but it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Herbert, he's got Burton here. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Hey, check Michael Adams. Hey, orbit.
2nd and 6. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
I-7. Check Michael Adams. Check Michael Adams. Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. He's got his tight end, Burton. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Hey, Foxtrot. Check Michael Adams. Check Michael Adams. They go.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Davante Adams, as the first half is winding down, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Lutz good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Pro Bowl kicker, Aldrick Rosas. Last year, he hit one from 57. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's nearly a 40-yard gain on the opening play of the quarter. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. From the gun, Jackson. And that's caught by Smith. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 19.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They get the first. The decision to run on third and medium winds up being a good one.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Hey, Echo.
Back to throw. Herbert looking deep for Adams. This is caught at the 20. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 57 yards. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Off the play fake. Herbert being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers. Smith. Shoot.
From the gun, Herbert. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
Well, that was point-counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Off-play action, Herbert. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 11 yards out as his guys are back within a single score. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Kamara. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 3rd and 2, Herbert. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Stay with your man. Hey, check Alpha. Here we go. Hey, check Mike 11, check Mike 11. Pick it up, guys, pick it up. Hey, check Mike 11. Ready?
Throwing on 1st down. Herbert into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Saints take at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack them.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's able to get this down deep on the Giants side of the field. It's a big play there for the Saints. 64 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A 10th carry for Kamara. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Burton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that's the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching...
It got his man complete. Touchdown, Giants. Curtis Samuel, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
Well, that is certainly a deflator right there defensively. Their guys just came off of a touchdown drive. They're back in the game, and then bam, they give up a touchdown 1 play later. How about that?
And the momentum, which seemingly had shifted the other direction, thought we might be seeing a comeback. That momentum right back the other way.
Well, that is certainly not complimentary football that we saw right there. The defense is supposed to help their offense, not give up another touchdown.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run it again with Kamara. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Let's bring it.
from the gun. Herbert. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's got this down to the 35. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. But correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Forced out to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw. Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Room here to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Here we go. 31 yards there and a 1st down. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. A great play there. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Off the play fake. Herbert. And Thomas has it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Herbert. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. On 1st and 10, Herbert. This one into the hands of Burton. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Come on, set. 30 base. Let's go, D. Let's go.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for 2.
Hey, check Michael Allen, check Michael.
Again, he'll drop the throw. And that's caught for the additional 2 points. It'll only matter to the final scoreline, and that is the final act of this game. Well, at least at the very end, there's...
How fit to be the boss? Let me find out. My team ballin', you look like you need a timeout.